So here's how it's gonna go. I'm gonna start off already. It starts already.
As long as we're not live.
No, it's not live. He can edit it.
We can edit. Cumberbatch.
Okay.
Benedict Cumberbatch.
That's
Benedict Cumberbatch.
Do your pre-workout vocal stretches here, people.
Benedict Cumberbatch.
What's up, everybody? Welcome back to the Knab and Ro show. I'm here with my compatriot and partner in crime, Ro. Say hi, Ro.
Hi, kids.
And welcome back to the podcast.
Yay!
So, I know we always say, I'm so excited for every podcast, but legit, I'm really, really excited. So, this focus for this week's podcast is going to be what, Ro?
Mothers, because Mother's Day is coming up this Sunday, don't forget.
That is right. So don't forget to get something for your lovely mother. And or if you are married and have kids and your wife is now a mother, don't forget them too. So, we would like to introduce to you guys two absolutely beautiful, wonderful, amazing women. I'd like to introduce first. Actually, you know what, Ro? You go ahead first. I'll let you go ahead and do the first introduction.
Yes, my mom is joining us, and her name's Rhonda, and she is here. Say hi, Mom.
Hi, everyone.
How you doing? And then I would like to introduce my mother. Say hi, Bonnie.
Hi. I was going to say hi, Bonnie. You told me to say it.
Oh, and so begins the glorious banter, as we so say.
Great.
That's right.
It's going to be amazing.
So, the way this is going to work, and the way we're going to be running this podcast, is that there have been 16 choices. So, each mom, out of questions for Ro and I, or about Ro and I, and it was out of 50. So they got to choose 8 each out of 50, which is, how easy was that, ladies?
No. That was really difficult, actually. I wanted more.
Yeah. No. You only give us like 10 minutes.
But that's the shock factor. That's the fun part.
It's the spontaneity.
Yes. The spontaneousness of it all. Oh, my
But
goodness.
there's so many good ones.
They don't sound too thrilled with
Lots of
that.
answers going through
They're
my
like,
mind.
no, we need plans. We need the option. We need time.
Exactly, that's
Yeah.
right. So, in the nature of it being Mother's Day, Ro, I'll do the gentlemanly thing and let ladies go first. So, if you would like to start off with your mother and her first question.
All right. So, my mom's first question to her is, who was the first person you told that you were pregnant with me?
Yes. So, as actually with all 4 children, we told, usually in the form of a card, whether it was like a birthday or Easter or something, it was to my husband's grandmother.
Oh,
Great grandma?
Yeah, Verweeby.
Oh,
Yeah.
cool.
that's nice.
I remember being so I'm the oldest of 4, which I know I've mentioned. And so I have a sister and then we got 2 brothers. And I remember when she announced that she was pregnant with the older of the 2 boys, so right after my sister, I threw a conniption because I did not want another sister because my sister had colic and we shared a bedroom and she cried all the time and she was just horrible and I was so upset that she was having another one. I was, no, take it back.
She was ready to leave home.
Yeah. Packing up my bags. I'm leaving. No more.
Oh, I understand that. Remember we talked about the noises that drive us crazy, and I mentioned like baby noises absolutely drive me bonkers. Yeah, I understand that completely. That story gives me chills just even thinking about colic babies. Ugh.
Yeah, it was horrible. It was great.
That's right. So you know what? That was a.
Coming from the colicky baby.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Yeah.
No.
Karma.
And so it begins.
Well, none of your boys had colic, did they?
No, not really. I mean,
so you kind of dodged that bullet.
Alistair is more of a colicky, hangry baby.
Well, when you're hangry, you're hangry.
Yeah, and if you're not touching him, he gets really upset. But you know, it is what it is. You know.
Yeah.
So, you know,
Good question. Good
that
question.
is a very good question. All right, so Madre, your first question that you chose is: when I was little, what did you think I was going to be when I grew up? And I want to guess first. Can I guess? You've said this, gosh, I don't know, a billion times in my life. You said, if I'm right, that I'm going to be a cruise ship director.
Absolutely.
Aw.
Anything. Absolutely. We always thought you'd be the best cruise. Could put you on stage and you are in your element. That's just what you should do.
He likes all the attention, and he's loud.
Oh, he's just good on stage. I don't care what he's doing. He's just good up there. You know, even when he does his lunch and learns.
Yeah,
he's on stage, and it's just amazing.
I forgot. That's right. You came to one of my lunch and learns.
I did, and it was just made me cry.
So I love this. So one of my mom and I, we have two things we try to do to each other, right? It's one, we try to embarrass the crap at each other in public, and it never works. And the second is I always love to try to make my mom cry. I don't know why, but happy cries. Oh, goodness.
Yeah, you've done that. Yes, you have.
Aww.
So, Ro, if you would like to go ahead with the next one.
Yes. What would my name have been if I was the opposite gender?
Yes. That would have been Rennie.
Oh,
Renny.
Ooh,
And yeah, that was a customer of mine. He had moved from California. He was a younger, nice young gentleman, and I still remember that. It was a different name, and it started with an R. We all have names starting with R's, so we had to keep the tradition. So yeah, would have been Rennie.
yeah.
Or Ren for short. Yeah.
Ren. Wasn't there like a Rainy too? I feel like one of the boys' would have been like a Rainy or something. I don't know.
Yeah, I'm not sure about that. I have them written down somewhere in the baby book.
Mm-hmm.
What some of the names could have been.
Could have been, but weren't.
Right.
So I'm just curious, Mom. What would be
Yes.
mine? I just have to know. This is what I can't
honestly-
skip.
I didn't have a girl's name picked out. I don't know. You might have turned out to be Tanya.
Oh, Tanya. You're not a Tanya.
Oh, I'd be a horrible Tanya.
Well, you know what? It's a whole lot better than what my mom always said she would have named my older brother,
Oh, God.
who is Charles. Yeah, if he'd have been a girl, poor thing would have been Matilda Mabel, good old Maddie May, after the two
Matilda.
grandparents.
Yeah, I liked the book, but that's about as far as I'll go with Matilda.
Yep, Maddie
Oh.
May, Matilda Mabel.
Oh,
Oh, that's wonderful. Very cool. I mean, I'll honestly say Rennie, that's a really cool name, though. I like that. It's different, which I think is awesome. So, props to you, Mama.
well, yeah. Well, and I want to mention too, like all of our names. So like I said, I'm the oldest of four, and all four of the kids' names are spelled different than what the normal spelling is, which is kind of unique as well.
Okay,
So
I like that.
yeah, so they kept it unique for sure.
I absolutely love that. I love the family, like, what's the tradition, the family tradition that you guys do with the starting with the R's. I think it's fantastic. I love that.
Yeah, they couldn't fit all of our names on like Christmas tags and stuff, and so they would just start signing things from the 6 R's.
Oh,
That's it.
That's it. That's awesome.
And we covered all the bases, so might as well.
I
Makes
love
it easy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, Mama Nab. Your
Yes.
next question is, what is the funniest thing I have ever said or did as a kid? And dear God, be gentle.
She has an arsenal, I know she does.
I think I know what she's going to say, and this is going to be mortifying.
There's actually a couple of them. Really, as according to how young you want to go. I think the first one, I don't know that I can even show it because it was when I was so mad at him. Because Michael tended to be a little hyper. And
No, not him. No.
I don't know. I think he pulled over my plant stand and all my plants were all over the floor and stuff. And I'd sent him to his room. And I looked up and I was so mad at him. And his little head was just sticking out the doorway. And then his arm came over the top of his head and pulled his head back in. And I stood there. I was like laughing so hard. And I'm thinking I shouldn't laugh, but oh my gosh. It was just so cute.
Aww.
But he got he could make me laugh. But the other one that I think that really stands out is when he came home from school one day.
Oh, God.
And he told me he wanted to show me a French kiss.
Oh, Mom.
Oh, no.
No.
Oh, no.
I'm like, okay. I wasn't sure what to expect. And he grabbed my hand and he started at my hand and just kissed me all the way up my arm.
Oh, God. Oh, thank you for being gentle.
And I breathed a sigh of relief.
Trying to be all Mr. Rico Suave.
Oh, goodness.
What did you think, Michael?
No, we're just going to let that one die with it. I think those are great answers. Yeah, I love those answers. We're going to go with those.
And we're going to move on.
Oh, you didn't want me to tell you the one about my mom?
No, that one is exactly what I was thinking you were going to say, too.
Am I not allowed to tell that on the air?
Well, I think you've already said, too. It's time to move on into courtesy of time. Ro, go ahead.
Well, I'm sure we could make time for this story.
Oh, fine. Go ahead. It'll be good for views, whatever.
It is funny. My mother was a very buxom person.
Oh, my God.
And Michael was just a little tiny guy, about, I don't know, 2.5 or something. And my mom was in the bedroom getting dressed and things were hanging out. And Michael just reached up and went, boobies!
I think every young male has done that to another family member at some point. Because I remember my nephew doing that. Well, I mean, it's his mom, but I remember him doing it to her. And she's just like, you don't do things like that. And he's like, what? And she's like, no.
all
I
got was my mom yelling, Bonnie, your son!
Yeah, I think it's some sort of like rite of passage at some age in a male. I don't know. Whatever.
All I can say is when my boys do it, I'm going to be darn proud. Just saying. All right, Ro, moving on. Your next question.
Yes, next question is, what was the most annoying thing I did as a baby? This is going to be good, I'm sure.
Well, it's something that's, started as a baby, toddler, but still going on.
Oh, no. This is bad.
Never stop talking.
Oh, my gosh.
Not really a bad thing, but oh my goodness, she would just never stop. She always was gabbing about something or talking to the bugs or the birds or to people. But she was a gabber.
Well,
and that's, I guess, why you went to speech and debate when you got into high school. You were, you're such a good talker.
I did good.
So I'm not sure it's all totally annoying. That's a good thing to have, but,
Trying to backpedal now.
I mean, I would just like to say she is running a podcast now.
I know, right?
Yeah, I mean, it fits.
Yeah.
It's like you just kind of want to have a quiet moment to yourself, and here would be Rochelle coming in, talking about everything.
So I have a question for you, Ro Mom.
Oh, no.
Was there a specific thing that she would say repeatedly that would be annoying to you?
I don't remember that.
Well, then you dodged a bullet, Ro. You dodged the bullet.
Yeah.
Yes. Although I feel like
she talked about everything.
I feel like I had great epiphanies, though. I remember. I mean, I don't remember ever saying this, but if you were to ask my grandma or something, she goes, the day that you had the biggest epiphany was when you found out that there were 3 types of bugs: fly bugs, bite bugs, and crawl bugs. Like, that was my greatest epiphany as a child, according to my grandma. And it pretty much covered all the bases of bugs. So she, I wasn't wrong.
No.
But yeah, she was like, the day you had that epiphany was just the funniest day ever, she said.
And then you told like 50 people about it.
Probably. I'm sure I did. Like, that's a fly bug, and that's a bite bug.
Oh, that's fantastic.
She was proud of that.
Yeah. So, Mama Nab, are you ready for your next question?
Yeah.
Okay. When was the first time you heard me curse?
That's a good one. He was probably, 5 months?
Oh my gosh. Hey, if that's the case, you can only blame my father. Come on now.
But there you go. There you go. That was all I was going to say. Is he stomped his little foot and he went, shit. I looked at him and I said, Michael John Nab. And he goes, it's Daddy's fault.
See, he even knew how to blame.
Oh, that's
That was
wonderful.
Yep, that was it.
Oh, that was a short but sweet question. All right, Ro,
That was
moving
good.
on.
Yeah.
Go to the next one. That's great.
All right.
Ah, shit.
What is your...
Oh, sorry.
You gonna blame your dad?
Yeah, it's my dad's fault. Sorry.
It's your dad's fault. What is your all-time favorite picture of me? Ooh, this is a good one.
So
There's lots
I
of pictures of me.
still remember. So I used to show horses, and we had this really nice pony that the girls used to ride. And when Rochelle was maybe about a year and a half, 2 years old, she's so in the 4-H during fair, they'd have this lead line class, and you could sit, and then an adult would lead the smaller kids around. So here she is. She's all dressed up in her little cowboy chaps and a hat and the vest, this cute little red shirt, and she's sitting on the grandstands waiting for the class to come up. And she has her number pinned to her back. So it's kind of a picture of her from a backward side view. She's turned her head a little bit and she's looking at all the horses. And it's just really cute that, she's not maybe even 2 years old and she's just waiting patiently for her turn so she can get on her pony and go out into the show ring.
Oh,
So
the
that's-
innocence. Yeah, I know what you're talking about. Yeah,
And she's
that's a
got curly little hair, ringlets, and she has natural curl.
good-
So-
chubby cheeks.
Oh,
Yeah.
It's
Ro.
a-
it was
super
really
cute.
Yeah.
The-
Okay. If you have that picture,
Innocent.
and
Yeah.
we'll put it up in our podcast as a picture.
Yeah.
It's a good one. Yeah, I like that one. I would agree. That's a good one. It's a cute
Very
one.
nice. Good.
Yeah.
Good. I like it. We're getting a little sentimental, not so much
Yeah.
stuff, but taking out that. I like it. Good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Speaking of sentimental, I think I know the answer to this one, but tell me, Mother, which children's book did you read to me the most when I was little?
Ooh.
Biff the Builder.
Biff. Oh God, I remember that one.
You're every day. Well, I mean, we had it memorized. I mean, Biff the Builder. That, and I think the little train that could. That was the
Yes.
other one. The little train that-
I
I
remember
think I
the
can.
look
I
of that.
think I can.
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, and that was such a now that I look at it, that was such a creepy looking train. You think Thomas the Train's creepy looking? This one just kind of creeped me out I didn't know better when I was that age, but yeah.
It had the friendly clown.
Oh yeah, the clown. That makes it even better. Wow. I'm gonna have to try to
It's a
find
great-
those and post those up there so you guys can all see what we're talking about. Yeah, Biff the Builder.
Biff the
I don't think I've
Builder.
ever heard of that one.
Oh my gosh, it had every kind of machine in it. They were building, the foundation. We learned the word foundation for the house and the backhoe and the bulldozer and oh my gosh, yes, we had that one. Yeah, Biff was a great builder and he explained everything he built. We got to learn all about it.
That's fantastic. Oh yeah, I'm gonna have to dig and find a picture of that to post. If not, I'll have
I wonder,
to
so-
pull it out.
So I wonder, is Biff the grandfather of Bob?
Bob the Builder.
I'm not. Yeah, I mean,
Maybe. You never know.
I'm gonna say yes, just because that'd be epic. And I love that.
Wasn't Biff the character in the Back to the Future?
Yes.
Yes,
Biff.
he was.
He was the one who got
You
knocked
don't
out.
hear that name. Yeah. It's an unusual name.
Get your bleep hands off my woman. Bow! Yeah. Trying to be as PC as possible here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Family show.
Family show. Yeah, yeah. You gotta have ruined that one a couple of podcasts ago. Alright, Ro, go for your next one.
Okay. Let's see here. Did you want me to be a boy or a girl?
So this kind of goes with the name.
Uh-oh.
So I wanted you to be a girl, and I had your name picked out like way before I had you. It's Rochelle, and she was... So in Portland, Oregon, we have our Rose Festival every year, and they, from the local schools, they choose a member to compete for the Rose Festival Princess, Queen and Court. And Rochelle was the name of the queen for this one particular year, and I really, since it had an R in the name, I told myself that was, when I had a girl, that was going to be her name. And I stuck to it. I still like it to this day.
And here I am.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was the name of the queen of Portland Rose Festival Court.
The queen of the Knab and Ro show.
Yes. Although, if you were to ask my grandparents, because my parents were married, 3-4 years before they had me, and like my mom mentioned earlier, she showed horses, but she also raised horses too. And I think between the time they got married and the time I was born, I think there was probably like a foal or two that was born, and I think my grandparents were set that they were never going to have children. They were just going to keep having like horse babies to like raise and never real children.
And I know, if you remember a couple podcasts back, Catherine, a friend of ours who was there during the Smells podcast, her parents raise horses, and I believe they're waiting currently for one of them to have a baby right now.
Yeah, that's what she said. So that's exciting.
Yeah.
So when
But I did. I wanted a girl to dress up and,
Oh, she did.
play.
Yep. It happened. My sister and I, we had matching dresses for every pretty much holiday outfit or holiday picture when we were growing up.
Oh, it was so cute.
It was fun. We had dresses and hair bows and braids and all the fun jazz. It's great.
Yeah.
I love it. Love it, love it, love it. Okay, Mama Nab.
Yes.
What made what made me, sorry, I read that wrong. What made me laugh the most when I was a kid?
Was that one of the ones I picked?
Yep. Yep.
She's like, I don't remember this question.
Show. Everything made you laugh.
I was a giggle box.
Yeah. I don't think I picked the wrong number.
Uh-oh.
Because I was going to say, that's hard to pinpoint.
Did he have
I remember is when you were a baby that you would come in and make that airplane noise.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Let me see if I can do it.
Yeah. And his whole cheek goes in and out when he does it. He'd crawl in bed with us, and all of a sudden he'd hear an airplane go. And he'd make this thing, and his whole cheek would go.
We'll go with that. I remember that. I remember doing that a lot, and that was fun.
Yeah.
Every now and then as an adult, I'm like, oh, might as well just do it for fun. Ha, 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 ha.
No. But the thing that made you the happiest and still does is your dogs, your animal.
Oh, yeah, my puppies.
That makes you the happiest. I think that's what I always thought, that maybe I wasn't going to have grandchildren by you. I just have a whole lot of grand dogs.
Well,
and now I have both.
Yeah, and now I work for a dog food and pet food company. There you go.
That's right. And a parrot, which we never thought we'd have.
I sometimes want to go back in the future and punch myself out for making that decision, but we'll just... I love Aggie, but she's a lot of work, and you know that.
Oh, yes. We had her for 21 years. Remember us? The ones that kept her
That's right.
for all that time?
That is right.
If anybody wants to know if they should ever buy a parrot, send them to me. I will give them the whole...
the whole shebang.
A whole shebang. I'll give them the down low on parrot. That's right. Interesting conversation piece, but Let somebody else get one.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly.
Come go visit.
Yeah,
Go visit. Exactly.
All right, Ro, fire away with your next question.
All right. What song did I listen to on repeat when I was super young?
So, I'm not sure that it was always on repeat, but you sang all sorts of songs. She has a memory, and she would watch movies, TV. She would learn what they were going to say the next line before they even said it. She sang all these songs. Even now, she can, she'd be a good karaoke person. But I think, Mary Poppins was probably one of her favorites, like the supercalifragilisticexpialidocious or
Yeah,
the medicine go down. There's just lots. Aladdin, I know you did a lot on that too.
People won't watch Disney movies with me because I know all of the songs, and they just get so annoyed. They're like, "Shut up!" And I'm like, "But I can't. It's just so good.
I can't stop.
I just can't."
We need to get together and sing those movies together. I do the same thing.
Perfect.
Oh.
I know them, know them all.
Yep.
Yeah, so does she. Singing all the time.
Yeah.
Even on the radio nowadays, she knows all the words to current songs. So anyway,
you're
yep.
just a little diva.
Apparently.
All
Wish I had a
right.
voice to follow.
Well,
I might be
maybe
in a
one night you'll
different
sing.
business.
So I'm thinking next podcast, Rose sings to us.
False.
For us Disney trivia question.
Ooh, would you do Disney trivia? That would be fun.
I like
Yeah.
that one. That's a great idea.
Look at it. Yeah. Okay. Disney trivia. Writing it down.
Done. Okay, yeah, that'll be
Yeah.
next. Cool. Okay, Madre. Maybe this
Yes.
is one you actually picked. So, what's the first word that comes to mind when you hear my name?
Hyper?
Aww.
No.
Sad
Well,
face.
that's one. I'm sorry. That's one word. But I will say that what I wrote down when I was thinking about that is the first thing that comes to my mind when I hear Michael is my son in charge of fun.
Oh, no.
And it's true. Oh, yes. Absolutely. You're in charge of the fun.
I'm a high spirit. I need a lot of room to run. I'm like a
Yeah.
wild animal. I need
No,
pastures.
he just, he's my dance partner. The music comes on, we start dancing, and we dance around the room. He's, whenever he would come up to me from the time he was a little boy, and when he was little, he would run up and just jump up into my arms, and I'd swing him around. And now it's kind of the other way around. He comes running up to me and he picks me up and swings me around.
I remember doing that. What was it? 2 days ago when I was down there at your house. I did that.
Yeah, exactly.
Until the day comes where you say, Michael, don't you dare, you're going to break something, I'm going to keep doing it.
I can remember saying that to you one time when my back was hurting really bad. And
Ooh.
I saw you come running at me. I think we were like in the Kroger parking lot. And you were running at me, and I knew what you were going to do. And it was like, no, my back hurts. Don't.
I am actually going to correct you. It was the first time that I came down to North Carolina to surprise you. I came through the door and yelled, "Why aren't there any pumpkin cookies?" And you went, "Holy shit!" And then we came in there, and then I came in like I was going to grab you and lift you up, and you said, Don't, it hurts, don't hurt me. I remember that. Yeah.
That's a different time.
I think you posted that video. That's a good one.
Yes.
The first time was
Yeah.
when you were still in high school the first time.
Yeah.
Yeah, but yeah, that's right. You did. And you have that on film. I just actually saw that as a memory on Facebook. They showed that film of you coming in.
That's a fun one.
I was good. I loved your reaction. You stood and you're like, what?
Yeah. I was totally blown away. Totally. Yeah.
It's good. It's good.
All right, Ro, fire away. We got 2 more left each.
All right. What was my favorite stuffed animal?
So, not an animal, but this was a Raggedy Ann doll that your Grandma Stevens had made. And she carried that everywhere. I think we lost her once and we had to go hunt for her. But she took her everywhere and wore the face off of her twice. like holes, and we still have her today, but her stuffing is all flat, and what she had to replace her black shoes also, but she had to make a whole new face for her out of material and sew it back on because she had worn her out so much.
Oh my goodness.
But yeah.
Yeah, well, I would use her as
She
a
loved
pillow,
her.
so I would sleep on her, and over time, being washed because I took her everywhere. She just needed to. Her face just needed a facelift, and so my grandma would, patch her up and everything, and she's sitting in my bedroom closet in a nice little box.
Oh.
She's very flat now, and you can probably like the second face. I think there's you could see 3 eyes on her now currently. Yeah, and
Because the one
back of the
underneath.
neck, and the back of the neck is starting to wear out. So it's,
And when she was a toddler, she would just drag her around by her foot, so her face was on the ground.
But yeah,
Loved her.
That was my security blanket for sure.
Well, now it's a true Raggedy Ann doll.
It is. It definitely is well loved. Very much well loved.
Yeah. Okay. Now, next one. Mama Nab,
Yes.
what song reminds you of me the most?
Okay, you're going to have to help me with the name. But
Uh-oh.
you threatened to use it as our mother-son dance, and I told you no way in the world because you'll make me cry. It's the one where it
The
says
Baby. By,
The baby. He's my baby. He's my baby. I forget the name of it.
It is Blake Shelton, The Baby.
Is that what it is? Oh,
Yeah.
yeah.
But that one is my baby. That one.
That one. That
Yes.
one.
That's
Yeah,
the one.
That one
Aw.
always makes me cry. And I said, you are not making that the mother-son dance at your wedding.
Oh. Because I know, like I told you, it goes back to what we said earlier. I know, like, I want to try to make you cry, right? It's like a thing that I do, and I knew if I played that one, that was it.
Yeah, no, you couldn't do that. Thank you.
Oh. All right, Ro, fire away. Your last question.
Last question. I feel like this is a good question to end on too for our questions. What is the best part of being my mother?
So I'm kind of combining this with another question. Overall, did you consider me a good kid? Because yes, the best part was I'm so proud of her. She, 2 parts. One, because of her speech, she went on to do very well in her speech and debate class in high school. But she also, I never had to worry about her because she would snitch on her other siblings if they did something wrong.
No. Wait.
She took, she was the oldest, and so she always kind of overlooked them and made sure that nothing happened to them. So she was like the best kid. But I don't know if she's ever talked to you about, it's a little bit sad, but she actually was a hero back when she was around 10 years old.
Really?
It was school break the day before Christmas Eve. So this was in 92, maybe. She was with my dad, Grandpa. They went to Portland to pick up some rolls of carpet. They owned a flooring store in one of those large white panel vans. And they were coming back from Portland, and we have the Fremont Bridge. There's the upper level. You kind of come up, and then you get to the top, and you crest and start going down. Well, unfortunately, my dad had a heart attack. And Rochelle used to watch that show, 911.
It's
I
called
don't know.
Rescue 911, yeah.
Rescue 911.
Like
Used to
Reno
be
911.
back in the 90s, and they had real incidents that would happen, and they would show, what you should do and all that. Well, she watched that show all the time, and so they were just they were in the panel van coming up, cresting over that bridge, and they were just headed back down the other side, which, you pick up speed and it's a 4 or 5 lane highway on the bridge.
It splits
And,
off too. It goes 2 different ways.
Yeah, and she could see that Grandpa was not doing well, and she took over and she got on the floorboards and put one hand on the brake and the other hand trying to steer the van, and got it over to the side of the guard railing to where it kind of rubbed on it and got it to stop. But there were a couple of cars behind her that could see what was happening inside. They could tell that the driver wasn't sitting up, and there was Rochelle. I don't know that they could see her on the floor, but anyway, she she saved a lot of lives that day because she was able to pull the van over and get it stopped when she was only 10, because she remembered what she had seen, and she was very smart.
That's such a good story, Ro. I gotta just give the claps.
Thanks for the embarrassing story, but I'll take it, I guess.
I think in the background, she put like, "I need a hero."
Yeah. I mean, it was sad, but and as a kid, you don't really understand the severity of it until you're older and a driver yourself. And I look at other 10-year-olds nowadays. I'm just like, I can't believe I wouldn't imagine any of these other 10-year-olds would be able to do something like that. So
yeah.
Anyway, but yeah, there's my hero story. Yay!
Yay!
Very cool. Very cool.
I love it. That's a good way to round off to ask the questions for her.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Mama.
Yes.
Final question for you. Are you happy with the way I turned out?
Absolutely.
Oh.
Yep. Michael he had a tough time growing up because he was hyper and got picked on some at school, and we struggled through classes, got him through college. I mean, he did cartwheels when he graduated at Ohio State.
I tried to do a flip and failed, but it was so worth it.
Oh no! I mean, he when he graduated, he's doing cartwheels, and I'm sobbing. I mean, I was just a mess because he made it, And he got out, and I didn't think banking was his thing. I was really worried, that he was going to get stuck in that. He did great, but it wasn't as good a fit as it could have been when he got this job, and he's just so in his element. And he's got a wonderful family. I'm thrilled. He's just doing great.
Thanks, Ma.
Well, considering this from the siblings podcast, he had the golden child as the older brother and the daddy's girl as the younger sister. So, he had to fight for something somewhere.
That's right.
That he's got the middle child thing, just like.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Okay. So there might be golden child and like daddy's girl, but I am the favorite child. But no one said it. I'm just saying, no one said it. Awesome. Well, let me ask you this, ladies. We're going to end it here. We're going on a good 40 minutes. It was a great podcast. Thank you so much for joining us. Yeah. Do you have any closing words you guys would like to say?
This was fun. It
was fun.
Good.
Thank you guys for doing it.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Thank you for being our guest. Absolutely.
Yeah.
You're welcome.
Getting families involved. It's great fun, good dirt,
Good dirt. It's all about the dirt.
Well, in the memories. It's always
Absolutely.
good to go through that stuff. I look back, and the only thing we didn't mention was when you were in the drum line in high school, and what a great time that was. That was just, we had so much fun. So much fun.
You were a good band parent.
Band moms.
I was definitely the band mom. There's no doubt.
Oh, man. All right. Well, hey, guys, we're going to end this one here. And I want to thank you guys so much for watching this podcast. And if you would liked it, go ahead and jack that like button right in the nose. Don't forget to tell your friends and family about the Knab and Ro Show. And as always, this podcast is a wrap.
Till next time, kids.